cover the game from the top to the news. Celebrity drama, political trauma, the season of sports from basketball courts in the nation. Give support whenever you go, wherever you listen. Knowing how you do it, she always glisten. I'm telling you, we gotta get it right. So tune in, baby, right now tonight. She got that rhythm flow, rhythm and flow. Gotta get that rhythm and flow, rhythm and flow. She got that rhythm and flow, rhythm and flow. Let me hear that rhythm and flow. Radio show.
Hey, this is Lenny.
And this is Katie Lowe.
And I enjoy listening to IntellectualRadio.com.
And welcome to Rhythm and Flow.
I want to welcome you to the number one internet radio station, IntellectualRadio.com, an iHeart radio station with over 70 shows, 70 to 150 hosts and co-hosts, streaming 24/7 on your smart device, internet access. I want you to know that I am big and beautiful. I am fat, but also fabulous. I'm plump and I'm pretty. I'm getting curvy and I've always been cute. But most important, I'm confident. I'm the boss lady of Rhythm Flow Radio, your host, Katie Lowe. We have a great show lined up for you today with our in-studio guest sitting to my right. I guess I'll let you introduce yourself because you know you better than I do.
Hello, Chicago. I'm Corey Anderson, actor, model. How y'all doing today?
Rock model, print, commercial,
Yes.
all of the above.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Above.
Well, listen, I hope everybody had a good 4th of July holiday weekend. I hope you ate plenty of food.
Oh, yeah.
And if you desire to have a cocktail, hey, that's all right with me too. If you desire to have a beer, that's all right with me too. Whatever you wanted to do, that's all right with me too. Because I ain't going to tell you what I done because it ain't your business. But anyway, since the holiday weekend, so many things have happened. I'm not going to even talk about all of the stupid things that people have done to endanger other people's life and to kill them, by accident. I'm not going to get into that because that really saddens me. And those kind of things I hate to talk about. I like to talk about something more on a positive note.
Right.
And one of the things that I want to talk about, is that California, they have been in the newspaper because of their massive homeless problem. There are some people who decided to do something about that. And one of them is Jaden Smith, who is the son of Will Smith.
Yes, I saw that.
Did you?
Yes.
This guy has a food truck.
For the homeless.
How about that? It's called the I Love You restaurant. And if people with money, I'm not talking about people like me because I ain't got no money. Y'all know I'm poor. I'm so poor. They took the OR off and made it PO. I'm poor. But people with money, if they decided to do something like this, just to help the homeless, could you imagine how many homeless people could be fed? I read another article about the co-founder of Home Depot.
Yes.
And when I read this article, I kind of got mad. This man, I think he has something like $5.9 billion. That's a lot of money. He's going to give some of it away, but he wants to give Donald Trump some to get him reelected. Here is a man who doesn't care anything about people of color. I mean, we all know he's a racist. Some of us are scared to say it, but I'm not. All you got to do is look in the White House and see who's employed there. Very few people of color. So he doesn't care anything about you. But he does care about the people with the money. I can understand now why this man wants to give him a donation for his campaign, because he gave them a big tax break.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess that's his reason. But I was just thinking, if he took some of that $5.9 billion, we're not talking millions, we're talking
Not
billions. If he took some of that $5.9 billion and just say he decided to create, I guess you could say a complex.
Mm-hmm. Or a
And
restaurant.
all the complex had these tiny houses.
Mhm.
Okay, so they're not real big. And I heard Amazon is selling the tiny houses for probably under $20,000.
Mm.
Could you imagine how many people he could take off the street
Mm-hmm.
and then Jaden feed them? How many people wouldn't be hungry?
Yeah.
I mean, they could get together and they could do
It's
something.
powerful things.
Hey, is that power? They already got the power.
Yeah.
But I'm saying the two of them together, they build a tiny house community.
Right.
And then Jaden comes in and feeds them.
Right.
But you want to give that money to
Mr. Trump, huh?
hey, 45. What can I say? One of the other things before I play some music, I want to talk about is, got to find it. The young lady, got to find it. Oh, please. Oh, I must tell everybody that Ross Perot, the billionaire, he died.
Oh, Ross wrote that
Yeah, he died. He was 89 years old.
today or yesterday?
He just died today, I think.
Oh,
Mhm. You know, he ran for president
yeah, back in the
in
day,
92
yeah.
and 96.
Ross
And he
Perot.
89 years old, and he had a battle with leukemia.
Mm.
Mhm. And he died in Dallas. That was another man. That's a lot of money there. He could, just things that you could do with money. I'm just saying as far as helping the homeless.
Yes, indeed.
Another thing I'm going to talk about, and then I'm going to play some music, and we're going to come back and talk about a couple more things that are trending on Facebook. And then we're going to get into Corey Anderson's story. We're going to get up close and personal and find out what's going on with him.
What's going on?
I want to tell you that Disney is they're redoing Little Mermaid.
Right.
And this time, Little Mermaid is going to be an African American playing the part.
That's right.
Well, do you know a lot of people are upset by that?
And then they have their reasons too, but I mean, hey, we got talent as well.
But this is what I don't understand. Little Mermaid, Cinderella, all of these people are fictional. They're not real.
Not real.
Anybody can play them.
Why does it matter what the color is? As long as
That's
the actor
right. But do
show
you
the
know
role.
they got a lot of feedback, and you would think this is 2019. Who would care?
About a Disney movie.
But especially, this is a fictional character.
Right. So
Now I
it's
can
real.
see if this was a real character.
Right.
Okay, that's just like say a lot of people didn't want Idris Elba playing James Bond. Okay,
Right.
James Bond ain't real either. He fictional.
Fictional.
He's made up.
Right.
So I don't understand why they get upset. Like people say, well, everybody knows that Jesus and Santa Claus are white. Now, who told them that?
Jesus is a black man.
Well, I mean,
That's my personal
these are comments that people made because this young lady is playing the Little Mermaid. I just don't understand it. I really, really don't understand it. I just can't imagine why we would get so racist over something that's fictional.
Right.
And if you've never seen Jesus and you've never seen Santa Claus, you can't prove to me that he's a white man. Okay, I'm finna play this music and I'll be back before I start really getting upset. And sometimes when I get upset, I get bilingual.
I'm speaking in Spanish.
Yeah, and they don't want me to get bilingual up in here. They kind of put you out. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to play this song, and it's called Two Birds, One Stone, and it's by my friend Tony Red from down in Hot Atlanta. Enjoy the music, and I'll be back in a moment.
In a wide open
Some things never change, like birds of a feather, all to soar together. This is our time and our place, timeless, no age. We sparkle like diamonds, forever climbing. And when I fell from the sky with a broken wing, you rushed to my side to ease the sting. Two birds, one stone, twirling like rivers, laughing like children, no longer alone. Come soar with me, we'll blaze the open sky, sparkle like diamonds in the night. Two birds, one stone, we'll blaze the open sky, blaze the open sky. Remember those words that I said, we'd be only friends, but love has no limits. It just pulls you in it. I looked in your eyes cautiously. Over time, I believed that birds of a feather all to soar together. 'Cause when I fell from the sky with a broken wing, you rushed to my side to ease the sting. Two birds, one stone, swirling like rivers, laughing like children, no longer alone. Come soar with me, we'll blaze the open sky, sparkle like diamonds in the night. Two birds, one stone, we'll blaze the open sky. Two birds, one stone, we'll blaze the open sky. Two birds, one stone.
Okay, I want to welcome you back to the number one internet radio station, IntellectualRadio.com, an iHeart radio station with over 70 shows, 70 to 150 hosts and co-hosts, streaming 24/7 on your smart device with the internet access. You know, when I was talking about them casting Ariel
Mhm.
on the upcoming live adaptation of The Little Mermaid,
Right.
I got a few comments here that I must read. Sharonda, I am a handful brown. She say, why am I not surprised? We are supposed to be quiet and accept change. But it's funny how so some others races can't handle it.
Mm.
Times are changing.
Mm.
Get over it. And the sad part is It's a fictional character. Shaking
Mm.
my head. Just what I said. This is a fictional character. Why are you going crazy?
Yeah.
Brenda Martin says times had changed. When they placed the first black Cinderellas in the 1970s, people need to grow to get over it
Mhm.
already. It's never going to stop. I mean, this is something that needs to stop because it really doesn't make sense. And plus, the young lady that's playing the part is very, very much qualified. Where we may, to to do the role. So it's not like a lot of people got her mixed up
Right.
because they thought she was Halle Berry, but her
Mm.
name is Halle Bailey.
Halle Bailey.
Uh
Okay.
huh. So a lot of people got her mixed up.
Thought it was Halle
I,
Berry gonna be in the lead role, huh?
well, I mean,
Either or.
I don't know if that's why they were just acting, got all crazy
Right.
because they thought it was a Little Mermaid and this was being a more mature woman. But her name is Halle Bailey,
Bailey.
not Halle
Berry.
Berry. And I don't know. It's crazy. I think the girl is only about what 19 or
Mm.
maybe 19 or maybe 18
Oh,
or 19 years old. And
that's
people,
powerful though.
huh?
That's powerful at that age to have a monumental role like that.
Well, I
That's
mean,
amazing.
you know what? It's just like you. You are out here and you are doing things to master your craft.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And one day that door will open. But if you
Yeah.
don't work at it, you ain't gonna master it.
That's it.
It's like growing a garden. If
Right.
the fertilizer and the seeds are not good, you're never gonna grow anything. But you gotta work at it. You can take the worst dirt in the world and cultivate it and make it into something good.
Right.
So people that get out there and work at their craft,
Yes.
they end up, you know, getting those parts. So
Hmm.
this young lady, I mean, this is not the. Now I didn't go into her what is it her credits to find out what she's done, but I'm quite sure she has done quite a bit of work, and she deserves this role.
To land a role like that, you have to
Yeah, and
have a nice
everybody,
resume.
and people are just acting. They're just acting ignorant.
Hmm.
Another thing we have to say is USA.
Got to go, huh?
They got the goal. They got the goal. And Sports Illustrated has them on the issue. They have several covers with them.
Mm.
Several covers, but they
Okay.
went over there and they won the women's soccer team. They went over there and they won. And before they even won, before the championship started, the first thing they said was if they win, they weren't going to the White House. Of course, that man in the White House made some smart remarks about it. Now that they've won, they will not be going to the White House. That is, I say, oh, that's terrible. I mean, but they're not the first sports
Hmm.
team.
There's a couple of them that refuse to go.
Yeah,
Golden State
but
Warriors did a couple years ago.
you can understand why though.
Well,
Yeah,
of
you can
course,
understand
we
why.
don't support that foolery.
Another happened over the weekend. They sold two winning lottery tickets
Where in Illinois?
in Illinois. I said they must be my cousins because they haven't come out the woodwork. They're keeping this quiet.
Mm.
But they sold two. They sold one, I think, on the south side.
Honest. Oh man,
I
that's
think
definitely a winner.
one was sold on the south side. One was sold. Okay, five lottery prizes in Chicago: Des Plaines, Rockford, Springfield, Fairfield Heights, and I'm quite
Excuse
sure
me.
I can't find the address, but one of those tickets was sold on the south side of Chicago.
So they split. They had to split
I
them
tell you where it
millions.
was sold. I found it.
Right.
It it was sold at 8258 South King Drive.
Oh man, that's the heart of
It's
the
a
South. Son.
$350,000 lottery tickets.
Man,
Do the right thing.
man.
Don't let everybody know you got it.
Oh yeah, we low key with it. I don't want to be on the news, nothing. I don't want to be on the news, anything.
But it's a shame in Chicago. You have to. I mean, in the state of Illinois, you have to show yourself. But I guess you could go buy a costume.
Toupee. Saved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But congratulations to those who won. I'm just glad that somebody in Illinois won because it's definitely time.
Mhm.
And another thing that I want to talk about, you got something you want to say?
Oh no.
Uh, I guess everybody heard about the cruise ship horror. Well, they claimed that they were on this Royal Caribbean cruise,
Mm.
and the grandfather was holding the baby. I guess he was holding her up so she could see out the window.
Mm.
And I guess it was one of those round
The
windows.
circle one. Yeah.
And the baby fell out the window. Yeah. The baby fell out. But I was listening to the news today, and the grandfather said he was not dangling the baby. He said I guess it might be some kind of ledge under the window,
Mm.
and he had the baby sitting there. And he said the baby beat on the window, and the window
Gave
uh,
out.
came out, and she
Mm.
accidentally fell.
Mm.
Okay. Her father is a police officer.
Mm.
Okay, so I don't know. That it was very touchy. I mean, I have my opinions, and
Oh yeah,
it's just.
definitely. I mean, it's a little neglect,
I mean,
but I mean,
why would you hold up?
and there's common sense as well. So,
Remember when Michael Jackson
yeah,
held the baby?
with the blanket over his head.
Yeah, over the what was it? The balcony.
Yeah, the balcony. Yep.
They made a big thing about that, right?
Yes.
They made a big thing about that. He held the baby. It could have fell. I mean, it was real ugly.
Mm.
Now, this is just my opinion. Why would you hold an infant up to a window
No.
on a cruise ship?
Yeah.
It's a thing called Murphy's Law. What they say, if it can happen, it will happen, or something like that. So why would you? I mean, just I don't know. Maybe he wasn't thinking, but I just can't
He
figure
definitely wasn't
out.
thinking.
Huh?
He definitely wasn't thinking.
I just can't understand why a person would I can't understand why a person would do something like that. I think I did mention Stevie Wonder in the kidney transplant.
No, I didn't know.
I didn't.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
all right, my man Stevie.
When I heard that Stevie Wonder was needed a kidney transplant, I was like, "Oh, that's deep."
Oh yeah.
But then I went to read, people don't lose livers and kidneys just because they abuse them. Sometimes the drugs that we take
Mm.
can damage your kidney.
Mm.
And I'm going to say this because a lot of people out here doing drugs, and a lot of people just prescription drugs. They're even they are a danger to your liver and your kidney.
Mm.
Okay. And a lot of things we don't know, and doctors should tell us. Even stuff like Motrin can damage your kidney over a long period of time.
Mhm.
Any of those opioids that you take for pain can damage your kidneys over a period of time. So if you're on some medication, and you should check with your doctor to
Yeah.
make sure that it's not damaging your organs. But the great thing about Stevie Wonder is that he has an organ donor, a living organ
Oh,
donor,
yeah.
and he will be I think he's having his transplant. I believe they said, don't quote me. I
Mhm.
think I read that somewhere. He's going to have his transplant in August, and he'll be back on, after he recover, he'll be back on the road. Another crazy thing that I read, I thought this was real crazy. Now, Robert Kelly hasn't owned that recording studio on Justine since what? February? I think that's when they put him out, in February.
Mm.
So, over the holiday weekend, a young woman was in a bar. And I imagine I wasn't there, but I'm just rolling this through my head. I imagine she had some drinks. She did say that she met a couple of men while she was there.
Mm.
And her with her fast behind got in the car with him. I don't know. I can't remember. I know it was at least two. It may have been three.
Mm.
She called the police later on and told them this. It was two stories. It changed. The first story was, I guess these were supposed to be some of R. Kelly's friends, and they raped her
Mm-hmm.
at his studio.
Mm-hmm.
Well, anybody in their right mind know that the man hadn't owned the studio. He hadn't been there since February.
Right.
And she got raped on July 4th. That he had nothing to do with it.
Right.
So why even use his name? Just say I got in the car with two young men. They raped me over here on 14th and Justine of wherever that studio was. Why put R. Kelly's name in? He has nothing to do with it. But this is how your media does. This is how the media will do you.
Yeah.
Now, R. Kelly doesn't have anything to do with this,
Mm-hmm.
but all of a sudden, his name is all over this story. I don't condone what R. Kelly did. If he did it, all I say is let the man have his day in court. Quit rubbing his name in the mud. Let him have his day in court, just like, what's his name? Epstein, the one down in Florida that they just charged with child pornography and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
And this man had already been down in Florida and got charged with criminal sex assault, child abuse, and several other things, and got away with it. Well, the reason he got away with it, he didn't go to prison. He spent time in jail. I think he spent about 13 months. And he had to register as a sex offender.
Mm-hmm.
But he's got money.
Mm-hmm.
Epstein's got lots and lots of money. So he in a way, he got away with it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So he goes to New York, and I guess he does the same thing. And this is where the charges are.
Mm-hmm.
So his lawyer was trying to say, well, what happened in Florida, you can't retry him. What they call it, double jeopardy or something like that. They say, but these are new charges. They come out of New York. And they say when they raided his apartment in New York, they found all kind of tapes and everything. And they were labeled with, the tapes were labeled young girls. They were videotapes, and they labeled them. So, I mean, hey, in a way, he's getting away with it. And this Epstein guy, he is a friend of Donald Trump's. Okay?
So it all tied together, huh?
Well, I'm not saying it all tied together, but I'm just hoping that he doesn't get away with this. It's so easy. I don't know, when you're in that Trump environment, that you do get away with things. I mean, he's sitting in the White House with all the crazy things he's done, and he's getting away with it. So I don't know. That's the way I'm looking. And I'm looking at, we have a lot of racism going on because we have somebody in the White House that condones racism.
Mm-hmm.
And, he thinks that, I don't know, all these racist people, let him say they're all good.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just saying, if you have that kind of leader,
right,
you're subject to get away with these things. Okay, I'm going to play the song, and then we're going to come back. I hope I'm not missing anything. Oh, I do want to say congratulations to the new Chicago police that graduated today.
Oh, the academy. Yeah.
Oh, they graduated
Congrats.
from the academy. These are young men and women who take an oath to protect the city of Chicago. And I live in the city, and believe me, we need some protection. Okay, we're going to play another by my girl Tony Red. And then we're going to come back and get up close and personal with Corey Anderson.
Mm-hmm.
Baby, I'd never do one thing to hurt you. No one up above you. You are my man. But lately I've been feeling sad and just a little lonely, craving your love only. Wishing that you understand. If you wanna keep me, treat me like a lover. I'm not some tried and true. It's a matter of fact. Cause I need to feel you. Oh, baby, it's so strong. Don't do me wrong. Don't you make me wait too long. Treat me like a lover. Those little things you used to do, like bringing me flowers, affection, giving showers. I was your girl, but lately you've been sitting up all night staring at the TV. Well, now, what about me? Don't you want to rock my world? Rock my world. If you wanna keep me, treat me like a lover. I'm not some tried and true. It's a matter of fact. Cause I need to feel you. Baby, so strong. Don't do me wrong. Don't you make me wait too long. Treat me like a lover. Oh, yeah. Oh, 'cause I need to feel you. Baby, so strong. Don't do me wrong. Don't you make me wait too long. Treat me like a lover. Treat me like a lover. Don't you make me wait. Treat me like a lover. Hold me in your arms. Treat me like a lover. Don't you make me wait too long.
All right, I want to welcome you back to the number one internet radio station, IntellectualRadio.com, also known as the house Earl built. He built it from the ground up. And thank you, Earl, for giving me a voice. Now let's get back to Corey.
What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing?
Corey, tell them a little bit about yourself. I know you did at first, but you know, I
yeah.
listen. Oh, wait a minute. Let me say this. I can't call everybody's name, but I see you there. And one day I'm going to learn, because I don't know how yet. I'm going to learn how to remotely bring you on camera. I haven't learned how to do that just yet.
All right.
But give me time. I will go home and work on it all weekend.
Okay.
And hopefully by next weekend, I will know how to bring somebody in on the camera while we're talking. I don't know how to do it yet.
Okay.
Okay,
problem.
Corey.
No problem.
All right.
Yeah, so I'm going. How's everybody doing in Chicago? I'm Corey Anderson. I'm the actor, the model. Vibing with Katie Lowe this evening. Thanks for having me.
I love it.
Everything
Okay,
else good?
tell us.
You want to know a little something?
Yeah.
What you want to know first?
Okay, first we know that you're a model. We know you do runway and print.
Yes, I'm
commercial.
I'm a print model.
A print model.
So I do a lot of commercial print work like that. Yeah.
And we know that you act.
Yes, ma'am.
But you're here for a reason. I mean, I know you didn't come in here to sit with me just to be visiting.
Oh no, I got a couple of projects coming up, but I just finished a couple of things. I just recently helped the SWAT program at Lindblom High School promote a fashion show. They had a fashion show about a month or so ago, and it was a group of 4 young ladies that did really well with the production. And I was there to assist them and help them out, and it was a really good blessing. You know.
What was Starshina? That's
her
role.
Yeah, she was there. My wife was there.
Okay.
Starshina Anderson, Miss Cutting Edge Models, was definitely there.
Yeah.
She was there for me, and she looked at she liked some of the young ladies as well. So she'll definitely have a few on the roster in the coming future.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. I know that you've been doing a lot of print
Yes.
Because I follow you on Facebook a lot,
Yes.
on social media.
Yes. So
But-
yeah, I mean, it's been going pretty good. I just recently did a couple projects, a couple photo shoots, just just to enhance my portfolio. But I've also been doing a lot of acting as well, just branching out into the acting world. I've did a couple commercials, and I'm getting ready to do another short film. Not even a short film; it's a YouTube series called Untold Secrets. So I have a character in that. I'll be doing 2 or 3 episodes in the fall. So
And who's the producer?
it's Juan Diego Productions. So it's a small short film company. We're
Mhm.
building, and we're trying to go to Netflix in the fall. So we're just starting to film. So I just signed my contract to do that.
All right. Well,
Yes.
let me tell you something about Netflix, because I watch a lot of it. I got rid of my cable. Bye to them old high bills.
All right.
So,
That's good cost.
do you know, I was running through Netflix and I just decided to put some producers I know and directors. So I go in and I put in names like Will Adams. Get a long list, short films.
Hmm.
Netflix has a place for them.
Yeah, definitely. It's a platform for young entrepreneurs and young directors to put their work out and get it showcased. And also, Beats is out right now. It's on Netflix. If you haven't seen Beats with Anthony Anderson, it's really good.
I checked it out tonight.
and
I'll check that out.
Beats, and it's shot on the South Side, so definitely had to check it
Oh,
out.
I think I did see some of
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Hmm. And
Okay,
then,
but
oh,
let me ask you.
Yes.
So are you a part of this production company?
No, I'm not a part of the production. I'm just one of the actors that was hired to be a part of the filming. So I'm not a part of the production company.
Okay.
I'm just one of the actors in it.
Okay, so but you were saying you had to sign something to be on.
Yeah, so we have a contract that's signed. Being in the industry, you sign. It's like for the duration of filming, you're entitled to be there for the duration of the filming. And if you do this, when we do decide to get compensated for our work, we will get compensated for our work. So you have to sign the contract. It's a legal document.
Is that to be on Netflix?
Yes. No. So that's a part of that. It's part of everything.
Okay.
It's part of everything. Just just compensation, your requirements for being there. Your time.
What's it paid?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah, all right.
when everything goes well, and God blesses the opportunity with the actors and everybody involved, we will be compensated for our work.
Okay. I just want to ask you this right off the top of my. Did you take any acting classes, or is this
I go. So now I go with my agent. I go to acting classes from time to time, but I also just work on my own. With my acting coach, she's very helpful with me. She really works with me. She really mentors my voice. Like there's a lot of goes on with this behind the scenes that people don't understand with being in the acting world. It's more than just the cameras and glitz and glamour of it. It's more just working on your craft. It's like going to work every day for anybody else. Along with going to work, I come home and I have to rehearse and work on my voice and train and stay in shape, just for my roles. And I love it. It's a thrill, and I thank God that I had the opportunity just to be able to do it, because that opens up so many other doors for me. Just besides acting, is people just see my face more and recognize me on different things, and now people starting to recognize me more. So I'm thankful for that.
Mm-hmm.
So I just like to use my voice and my platform just to really open up doors and be able to help the youth. That's what I really do it for. Like more than just being like an actor or a model. I'm more of a role model. I consider myself. I don't like titles and things, because titles can label you and put you in one category. Whereas
you should hook up with one of those black men mentoring group.
I'm affiliated
Big
with
Brother.
I'm affiliated with the Champs program. Shout out to Vondale and Tony and everybody that's a part of the Champs program. Hector, and we have a lot of wonderful young men that we mentor, and a lot of young ladies that we mentor and help. We just had the Champs Conference, Born to Win. It was a blessing. We had over 500 plus people from all across the country come to the South Side to be mentored and be helped. And we also had a lot of young men and women that are able to be mentors and also run workshops. So it was a blessing. And Nike did a wonderful thing as well. I can't put that on air right now, but
Okay.
Stay tuned.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'm going to say this too. I probably shouldn't, but I do read. I do read my comments. Believe me, when somebody comment on anything that I post,
just keep it appropriate.
I read the comments. I read everybody's comments.
Yes, ma'am.
A lot of times I
Yes,
may
ma'am.
I may hit like and I may not say anything.
Yes, ma'am.
But I was reading in your comments the name Tony Briscoe.
That's my brother.
That's your brother.
That's my brother.
How you say your brother?
Cause we help the culture. We help the young people of Chicago. That's my brother.
How y'all brothers?
We not
like
blood.
that.
Oh,
Y'all
yeah,
not blood.
we not blood,
Yeah.
but hey,
Okay.
that's my brother.
Well, I want you to know that Tony Briscoe is the Tony Briscoe that works for the Tribune I'm talking about.
It might be. It might. No, it's not. This Tony Briscoe works for Noble. He's a teacher.
For who?
He's a teacher.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
I got the wrong
It's the
Tony.
wrong one.
Yeah, because
But
this Tony. See, I
I
thought
think
it was that.
Nah,
It said something about a photo shoot,
yeah, it's
and I thought it was a Tony Briscoe that worked for the
Nah.
Chicago Tribune.
No, it's this
Because
Tony
he's married
Briscoe.
to my niece, and I was trying to figure out.
No, it's not. It's a different guy. But I
Trying to
appreciate
figure out
you.
why y'all
No,
know each other.
No, it's a different guy though. Yeah,
Okay.
definitely. Tony Briscoe's a really good brother, a really good mentor. He's an artist as well. And he's an author. He's phenomenal. You know,
Okay.
he's phenomenal. He's phenomenal. That's all I can tell you. He's
Okay.
phenomenal. Check him
Well,
out.
I'm gonna leave that Tony. I'm gonna leave that alone since I got the wrong one.
Yeah, we gotta get Tony on here. He that brother is deep.
Is he? Okay, well, set that up for me.
We can make that happen.
Okay.
That's
Now,
a powerful man.
really?
Powerful man.
Is he a mentor to you?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I got a lot of mentors. It's not just my mentor is Vining, but Tony Briscoe is like he big brother for real. Like he helped me through some times for real. Yeah.
Okay, so now you said your project that's coming up.
Yeah. So I have also have a show on Sunday. My birthday is Sunday. I have a show with Van Johnson from Black Ink Crew Chicago. His birthday is Sunday as well. He hired me to be one of his models, so I'm going to be one of his models for his show on Sunday. And I'm going to be there at the Bracket Room, 1315.
Say it. Don't be scared.
No, I'm not. You know, I just got to give you a little bit. I'm going to ease me in, you know. But I have a show Sunday at the Bracket Room on Halsted in the University Village by UIC.
Okay.
We have a show from 3. The show starts at 6, but it's from 3 to 10. It's going to be really dope. It's going to be like a really big time, you know. It's my birthday too, so I'm having a little fun. But I'm always going to work, you know.
Well,
got to stay professional with all the time.
When you said that you were born in July, I already knew that you were special.
I appreciate it.
Because the only kings and queens, the only real kings and queens are born in July. And you can just look to your right and you'll see one.
Okay.
Okay. Now, go ahead and tell me about this project.
So, which one?
You say you all be at the Bracket?
So yeah, it's the Bracket Room. So it's going to be a fashion show. It's for Van Johnson for Black Ink Crew Chicago. He's a good friend of me and my wife's, and he does he's a tattoo artist, and he's pretty much from Black Ink Crew Chicago, and he's having a show, and he hired me as a model. This is my second time working with him. He's having his birthday party, his birthday bash, which is hosted by Ha Davis, which is an internet comedian. He's really famous right now. He's doing really well for himself. He's an African American man too, so that's powerful.
Okay.
And we're having a show on Sunday at the Bracket Room. It's going to be really dope. You know, I'm gonna be modeling some pieces for the new Chicago Real line, and that's about it. It's gonna be a really good time from 3 to 10, man.
Now, do y'all get to when you guys model?
Yes.
Do you get a chance to keep those clothes?
Certain pieces, certain stuff is all exclusive stuff. So it's stuff that's just coming off the press. So it's not even in the streets yet. So we get to model it, and we get to keep some pieces if need be.
I'd always, I've
always certain
wondered.
things you can keep, certain things you can. But I mean, just to being that, because as a model, you're the mannequin. You have to wear the material, and it's being that it's urban wear, urban attire. That's my flavor. I can get into it. So I'm gonna just help promote, everybody to see CA, and they get to see, Chicago Real in the same time. So that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah, I'd always wondered that. I mean, I know that they have to fit you for the clothes. They have to taper them to make them fit. And once they taper them to your body, I mean, why not just let you keep them? I had one guy told me they didn't let him keep anything.
Yeah, certain things, certain shows, like the European more, certain things you can't keep, but certain things you can, like certain things you wear that's tight or that's fit on your body, you might keep because, you sweat or whatever, but certain things you keep and certain things you can't. But, the opportunity, the blessing is that you be able to model for certain companies, and it goes in your resume. You're like, some people model for Burberry, some people model for Sean John or, those companies, those exclusive brands. And, that's what we try to do for our people, just try to make sure their culture and their brands reach that level. So, we can keep the black dollar circulating. That's what we more care about, like keeping that black dollar circulating. Because we got to build our own. We can't wait for nobody to knock on our door and say, here's, we're trying to build our own. So.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah.
Okay, but you have done work for Calvin Klein.
Yeah, that's when I first started. I modeled some like underwear modeling Calvin Klein to exist. I've modeled for Staples Clothing, which is a local brand. It's also in New York as well. I've Chicago Fashion Week. I've been in New York. And And that was when I first started off in the industry. But now, like, I'm focused more on my acting career. And I do model from time to time. I do a lot of print work, and, and that's what I do, So I kind of like just doing a little bit of both. But, I don't want people just to label me as that. I do multiple things for my brand, and I also do multiple things for different people around me so that we all can be successful. So, but I'm also know how to weed out the ones that not working. You got to know who working and who not really, because everybody around me take our job serious, just to make sure that we lead this world a better place for our future generations.
Okay, now I know that you do some acting, and are there any roles that you are? Should I say, are there any roles that you're table reading for or trying to?
I got some big stuff. It's like I don't want to tell nobody. My agent already got me some things, and my manager KP got me some things going on. I don't want to put them out here yet.
But you say you're not gonna put them out in there?
Yeah, we're not gonna put it out here, but God is great.
All right. Okay, we're gonna play the song, and then we're gonna come back and get back up close and personal with Corey Anderson.
That's right.
And the name of the song. This song is I forgot who recorded it, but this is really a song from the 60s, maybe before the 60s. It's called Bet You by Golly Wow. But this is how Chalice, is that who it is? Okay. Check it out.
That was right. Oh, man. Oh, man. I was like, man, that's a good guess.
I think it is. But she put a spin on Bet You by Golly Wow. It is, as you say, so dope. So enjoy this music, and we'll be back in a moment.
There's a spark of magic in your eyes. Wonderlands appear each time you smile. Never thought that fairy tales come true. Ooh, but they come true. When I'm near you, you're a genie in disguise. Full of wonder and surprise. And bet you by golly, forever. And ever will my love for you keep growing strong, growing strong. If I could, I'd catch a falling star to shine on you, so I'll know where you are. All the rainbows in your favorite shade, to say I love you, thinking of you, right deep across the sky. Anything you want, so try. Hey, bet you by golly, strong, growing strong. Write your name across the sky, and anything was I'll try. You're the one that I've been waiting for forever, and ever will my love for you keep growing strong, growing strong. Better but golly, wow.
All right, I want to welcome you back to the house that Earl built, internet radio station, IntellectualRadio.com. And this is Rhythm Flow Radio with the boss lady, Katie Lowe. Listen, before I gotta say this before we go. That song, it was by the Stylistics and it was released in 1971.
Yeah.
She put a heck of a spin
It sound really
on
good.
it. Okay, is there anything that you want to say before we go?
I don't know. Yeah, definitely. I just want to shout out a couple of people. Shout out my boy Mike B, Mike Bourne, Marably SCM, man. Make sure you go support his store, man. 2355 West 111th Street. Tell him Corey sent you. Definitely.
Is that where you get a lot of the clothes that your mom?
Yeah,
from?
that's definitely. That's my homie right there. That's my bro.
Okay.
And, shout out to my wife, Stashina Anderson, Miss Cutting Edge Models, and my son, Landon. I love you guys. See you guys soon. And my family, everybody that support me, CA brand, we coming. We working hard just to make sure the world is a better place for everybody. And that's about it, man. Champs program, Nike, everybody affiliated with me. Appreciate everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And definitely you, Miss Katie, for having me on.
Well, thank you. Hey, I thank Intellectual Radio every day for giving me a voice.
Thank God for it.
Hey, I'm telling you.
Thank God for it. We got it together. We in it together.
That's right.
Yes,
there's a saying that I saw on Facebook, and I kept the saying because it means a lot. It says, "Don't get upset when Black people are misportrayed in the mainstream media." You know why? They use their media to reflect their views. So we should build our Black media to reflect ours. So the things that, and we live in a day and age, and they say history repeats itself. We live in a day and age where history is repeating itself.
Yep.
And I'm going to tell you, it disheartens me and it makes me mad that every time I listen to the news, everything that I hear negative is Black. Because I know I live in a world where everything Black is not negative.
This is true.
Okay?
Yeah.
I know this. But if I listen to, and I'm not going to say what channel I listen to, but there are a couple of news channels, the exclusive news channels that I listen to, and they tell it like it is. But I'm going to tell you, it pisses me off to the bottom of my heart when I click that TV in the morning at 5 o'clock, and everything that I see is a Black face. See, I know some white people doing some dirt too.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? I mean, let's be honest.
Oh, yeah.
Let's be honest. So that's why I make this saying every time I go off the air. See, we get upset. We cannot get upset when every time we look at the news, They got some black guy has done something, some black woman has done something. They done robbed somebody, they done killed somebody, they done raped somebody. Why is it always our story? Okay?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't always have to be our story. So we have to build our own media to tell our story because we got some good stories. They're not all negative.
Oh, no.
Okay?
No, ma'am.
And with saying that, I know they're going to get ready to run me out of here. With saying that, I want to say to you, please support IntellectualRadio.com. This is where I have my voice on Tuesdays, and any other day there's a space for me. So please support it. That's IntellectualRadio.com, and go to Facebook to Intellectual Radio Shows and like that page. And then you know what? You'll get a chance to hear some of the things about black people. Some good things. We'll talk some negative things too, but you'll get to hear some positive things about black people. Hey, we've got to learn to stick together, and we've got to learn to support ourselves. So don't get upset. And I think that's about it. You got anything else? Cause no, you ain't got nothing else. Cause I see somebody over there telling me I think it's time for me to wrap this thing.
Wrap it up.
Wrap it up.
Thanks everybody for tuning in. Appreciate it.
And all I gotta say, listen, today is Tuesday.
Yeah.
That means somebody is off from work Wednesday and Thursday. So that's your weekend.
Oh,
Enjoy the music.
Yo, J May, Shirley King, Frank Grizzle. Just got off of work and I just got paid. Looking forward to the parties, I can hardly wait.